Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Whitestone and I'm here with a drawing activity for you today. So this week we are learning about fairies. Very, very exciting. And today we are going to make our own little fairy. Now, some of you might not have a wooden peg at home. These are called dolly pegs. If you haven't got one, then that's fine. You'll see what you can do in a minute. But we are going to make the wings for this fairy. Can you see how beautiful they are? Now, I've got two words for you about fairy wings. The first word is that they are really delicate. That means they're really small. You have to be really careful with them. So you can see the patterns on my fairy wings are really delicate. Now the other word is symmetrical, and symmetrical is a maths word and it means that it's the same on both sides. So this fairy wing is symmetrical to this fairy wing. Can you see? They are exactly the same. So we're going to make delicate, symmetrical fairy wings. Right, on the blog you will see this. Here is the fairy wings on their own, and here is a picture of the fairy wings with a drawn dolly, just in case you don't have a dolly peg at home. So you can cut these out and then we will do our design. This part here is the bit that's going to go inside of the dolly peg. Okay, so when you cut it out, you need to cut out the whole thing and it will look like this. Okay. Wait there, children. I'm going to move you down. But first of all, you need to make sure you've got some pencils, and your pencils will need to be really sharp. If you haven't got pencils, then you need some thin tipped felt tips, okay? Because remember, our fairy wings are delicate. Right, hold on. I'm going to move you down. Ready? Right, here is our fairy wings. Okay, can you see those? And the first job we need to do on our fairy wings is to draw lines so that we've got some sections. Okay, so we're going to start where the indents are. We're going to draw across. Okay, and that will give us our sections for our fairy wings. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections on each wing. So I'm going to do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our sections. Right, now at any point of this video you can pause it, okay, so that you can finish off your section. And we need to be really careful and make sure that we're following the instructions really carefully. So the first section at the top here, we are going to do some circles. Okay, so we're going to do tiny circles, and if you can see, mine are all touching. Can you see here? There's no gap in between them. So we're going to fill up this whole section here with tiny circles. Off you go. See how you get on with that one. Pause the video and take your time with it. Now I'm going a bit quicker because I need to show you in the video. Okay, so pause it if you're not finished. Now you can see my whole section is filled up with really careful tiny little circles, and you're going to do exactly the same on the other side of your fairy wing so that they are symmetrical. But I'm just going to do one side to show you, okay? So when we've done that section, we're going to put the lid on our felt tip if that's what we're using. And we're going to choose a different colour. I'm going to choose purple this time. And this time, I'm going to do some lines that go from the top of my section to the bottom of my section. Okay, you ready? Really careful, slow, delicate lines. There we go, can you see that? This time I am leaving a little gap, and I'm going to do that all the way across my section. Make sure you're taking your time, being really careful, because fairies have beautiful wings. There we go, that's my section finished. So remember to pause the video if you haven't finished that section. When you've done this side, you need to do exactly the same on this side, okay, so that they are symmetrical. Well done. Right, lid on my pen. This time I'm going to do some crosses. Now they look just like a X, so we're going to go like this, but really small and delicate in the next section. You can see I'm really taking my time. Can you see that? So we're going to fill up that whole section. Doing some little crosses. Remember to pause the video if you haven't quite finished. That's what our wings look like so far. Don't they look beautiful? And do this pattern in the third section this side so that they're the same and they match. Put my lid on my pen. This time I'm going to do a wavy line, and my wavy line is going to go across this way. Are you ready? So I'm going to do a wiggly wavy line. All the way down. There we go. So pause if you're not finished. If you are finished, do the same on this side. Well done. So how many sections have we got left to do of our fairy? That's right, we've got 2. Now this time, we're just going to do some spots. And they are tiny little dots. So I'm just going to gently pop my pen onto the paper so that it leaves some little polka dots. Okay. Now I don't want you to rush off and make some big messy ones. Remember, we're making delicate fairy wings. There we go. That's that one. So we've just got one section left now. And in that section, we're going to do some lines that go across. So I'm going to put my pen at the side and I'm going to do a line that very carefully goes straight across to the other side. Can you see that? Really careful. Pretty lines. There we go. And that is our fairy wing all finished. So you will have done this side and this side the same, just like I did on this one, so that they match. And then you can stick this onto a picture that you've drawn if you haven't got a fairy, a peg, or you can do it like this one. And you can print it off, or you could have drawn it. Well done, everyone. That is our fairy finished.